Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 update.
The State Health Department says Pennsylvania has the 7th highest number of confirmed cases of AIDS in the country, 309 cases since 1981. Most of them are affecting homosexual or bisexual men, and the majority of Pennsylvania AIDS victims are in the Philadelphia area. AIDS, or acquired immune deficiency syndrome, attacks the body's ability to fight infections. It's deadly. 171 of the Pennsylvania victims have died. The AIDS victims in our state include 5 children 4 years old or younger, and 1 child under 12 is a confirmed carrier. The health department believes one of the children contracted the disease through a blood transfusion, another was a hemophiliac, and the rest apparently contracted AIDS from their mothers. A doctor from Luzerne County has found a way to help women who are having problems getting pregnant. In tonight's Health Watch report, Newswatch 16's Mark Davis tells us about the procedure that's helping to cure one of the leading causes of infertility.
Dr. Harry Rich of Kingston is using his laparoscope in a new way. The laparoscope is his optical instrument which is inserted into a woman's navel for a doctor to take a look inside. Dr. Rich is now using this tool as a way of treating endometriosis, a leading cause of infertility. Endometriosis are cysts which form near the uterus and prevent pregnancy. But by using the laparoscope as a tool for removal of those cysts, major surgery is not needed. It saves time and pain.
Now, this method without a full operation, and oftentimes on a short hospital stay basis, or in many cases an outpatient basis, can, I feel, give pregnancy rates with moderate to severe endometriosis in the range of 60 to 90%.
Debbie and Bernie Rachilla of West Wyoming are one of the success stories. They had tried having a family for the last 4 years. Debbie had the procedure in September. She's now expecting a baby in July.
We weren't afraid at all. We just wanted to have a baby, and that's all it boils down to. And I didn't care how far we went. It got to the point, though, when, you decided that, well, how far do we want to go? How much money do we want to spend?
The reaction once they found out Debbie was pregnant?
Ecstatic. Unbelievable. We haven't waited long compared to other people, but our 4 years has made it worthwhile.
Dr. Rich says that this new technique is getting a very positive response from doctors all across the country. And as more doctors get involved, it will become even easier to treat couples suffering from endometriosis. Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, Kingston.
Actress Ann Baxter has died just a week after she suffered a stroke in New York City. Baxter's last role was as the wealthy widow Gloria Cabot on ABC's Hotel. She received her only Academy Award for her performance in the 1946 film The Razor's Edge, but she was probably best known for the 1950 film All About Eve. Ann Baxter died today at the age of 62. Next, meteorologist Tom Clark with some good reasons to stay inside tomorrow, right?
Well, yeah, Karen, if you don't like cold weather and a little bit of snow.
A little bit.
The ski slopes will be in excellent shape this weekend.
Good.
No doubt about it. When we come back, I'll tell you, we'll have the latest for you on this storm that's heading our way.
Look for the SureSave stamp of approval, and you'll find great weekly specials like these.
Sure Fresh ice cream, half gallon, 99 cents. Crisco shortening, 3-pound can, $1.99. E&R egg noodles, 16-ounce package, 2 for $1. And boneless chuck roast, $1.49 a pound.
When you want the very best, look for SureSave.
Look for the SureSave stamp of approval at a locally owned supermarket near you.
This is the time of year we're all looking for low prices on America's favorite name brands. That's why Jewel Corps is putting the most popular ones on sale now. And these Jewel Corps sale prices are even less than our everyday low catalog prices.
This KitchenAid food processor has an 8-cup capacity stainless steel blade and is now priced at only $129.90. The Brother Lightweight Portable Typewriter is a great value at $169 and features cassette wheel for type changes and 40-character correction memory.
And that's not all. We've got beautiful jewelry, too.
If you ride the bus in Luzerne County tomorrow, you can help to feed the needy. The Luzerne County Transit Authority says all day tomorrow, bus drivers will be accepting food instead of the fare. but it must be either 1 quart or 1 pound cans of non-perishable food. All of the food collected will be taken to Public Square in Wilkes-Barre, where a Salvation Army truck will be standing by. Your food donations will be distributed to the needy. Well, Santa's senior citizen elves in Susquehanna County are busy these days helping needy children. The County Aging Service, which usually helps elderly people, is also helping the Kiwanis Toys for Tots program. We caught up with some of Santa's elves here in Montrose. They meet at the 5 Susquehanna County Nutrition Centers for the elderly during the week to make toys for the kids. Local business people donate the materials. The seniors donate their skill, creativity, and tender, loving care. The little goodies will surely make for some smiling faces when they're found under the Christmas tree Christmas morning. That's real nice. Now out to the backyard to a not-so-nice weather watch, I guess.
Well, Karen, if you don't like snow...
Well, snow is okay, but the sleet and all that,
Yeah, we're going to get a little bit of that, I think, with this storm. I've just received some information from the computers down at the National Meteorological Center in Camp Springs, Maryland. The latest information is that, yes, a storm is heading our way, but it's not going to be a crippling snowstorm. No big snowfall is on the way, but indeed some is. And I'll tell you about how much we're going to get after we look at tonight's Holiday House. We travel out to Columbia County for this one, and it belongs to Charles and Sarah Walsh. And they live along Ray Street in Mifflinville. Nice job. Here's the temperature in my backyard now under cloudy skies. It's at the freezing mark. My weather watcher, Mimi McGinley in Lehighton, reports 29. Carol McLeod in Middleburg, Snyder County, 36 at her place. And John and Carol Lasher up there in Montrose at Lake Raelian, 25 degrees at their place. That is the cold spot up there to the north. Humidity 79%, the wind is east at 6, and the barometer is falling from 30.02 inches of mercury. 47 was our high here today after, well, 32 is below so far what we have now. 65 and 3 are the records, and we had lows in the 30s a year ago tonight. Got for you the very latest Weather Watch 16 satellite image. Look at all that cloudy, stormy weather down to the south. There's nothing happening now over Pennsylvania. All the action is down here. See a lot of heavy thunderstorms down that way, indicating strong upward motion. But the problem is a weather front has stalled from Virginia all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. And there's quite a contrast in temperature along this either side of this line. 65 in Charleston, South Carolina. It is now 12 in Chicago and dropping. 15 below zero now in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Bitter cold air up that way, and that's why we have this temperature boundary, which will pave the way for a storm now developing down in the Gulf of Mexico. It will intensify as it heads northeastward, and it looks like the brunt of this storm will come here tomorrow night and then get out of our way quickly as we head into the weekend. Notice the latest radar image. Some rain now is close to us as well. It's still pretty far away. Southern Virginia, down off the Carolinas, some snow further west. A lot of heavy rain further south, all because of that storm now heading out of the Gulf of Mexico. Sunrise for tomorrow morning will come at 7:20, and the sun sets at about 4:34. Cloudy, dry overnight tonight. No problems for the morning rush hour. I think some precipitation will begin late tomorrow morning. There'll be some freezing rain, there'll be some sleet, and some snow mixed in. Maybe just plain old rain down by Allentown. I think that is likely. But then the cold air will be coming in tomorrow night. Heavy snow for a while, I think, tomorrow evening, and then it will taper off by daybreak on Saturday. My best estimate now, anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snow will fall from this storm by Saturday morning. We'll see some sun, though, during the day on Saturday, but look at those temperatures, Karen. Only in the 20s for a high this weekend. So enough to shovel and plow.
Yeah, and the skiers love it. Thanks, Tom. Coming up, the baseball winter meetings are winding down, and there's been some wheeling and dealing. Plus, Joe Zone has the story on a basketball tournament dedicated to a legendary coach. The Sports Watch is next.
You can see it in her eyes, those sad looks that she wears.
I'm not scared.
We'll see you through those little fears with extra special care.
Stuck in her heart.
For eye care they can trust, more people look to Pearl than anywhere else.
We'll see you through it all, 'cause it's something we all
Maybe I wasn't made of scared.
Nobody cares for us.
girl basketball tonight.
We're going to start it off with a first ever tournament tonight.
Okay.
And that's going to take us to Chick-Shinny as we take a look at it in the screen. A very special tournament in Chick-Shinny where they paid tribute to the memory of one of the great high school basketball coaches who's ever lived. Tim Carlson was at Northwest Area High School for the first annual Ed Gajewski tournament.
As I walked into the Northwest gym tonight, I could feel a different atmosphere. Eddie Gajewski is gone. But his contributions to the basketball program and community here are never to fade. I'm sure Eddie would appreciate the banners and the plaque naming the gym in his honor. But I think he would be most pleased that a tournament is bearing his name. It involves kids. And after all, Gajewski guided many kids through many basketball seasons.
This is a big memory for everybody around here. It's something that everybody can remember Ed by, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people to support the school throughout whatever's ahead.
What's immediately ahead for the program may not be another state title. There's a long season to go. The players and fans are accustomed to the Gajewski winning tradition, but accept the fact of a new beginning.
Chick-Shinny was winning before Gajewski took over, and I think they will win with Jake taking over.
New coach Jake Henzelik's Rangers had lost their first 2 games, but tonight in the tournament named for the winningest coach in Pennsylvania high school history, Northwest Eddie Gajewski, the Rangers won over Benton 68-26. Eddie Gajewski's life belonged to basketball, so the people here at Northwest thought, what a better way to keep his spirit of the game alive than to name a basketball tournament in his memory. And as this program says, make it a living symbol to his presence here. Tim Carlson, Sports Watch 16 at Northwest Area High School, Luzerne County.
Nice way to kick off the basketball season for those people. Nice tournament. Okay, let's take a look now at the scoreboard. Winners on top as we check the high school scores tonight, the Ed Gajewski Memorial Tournament. Muncie over MMI Prep in the first game. Northwest came back and won the second game, 68-26. You can tell we don't have quite as many scores tonight, folks. We're going to actually read them all. Millersburg over Juniata, exhibition basketball. Panther Valley over Lord Regional. Freeland over Bishop O'Reilly. Bucktail beat Montgomery big. Sillins Grove over Susquehanna by 6. Penns Valley, Penns Valley over Phillipsburg OSC. Coughlin over Scranton Tech. Scranton Central beat Nanticoke. Susquehanna beat Hancock. Shenango Valley over Blue Ridge. Abington Heights beat Montrose. That's the scoreboard. College basketball now. Number 2, Michigan, 8-0. They beat Central Michigan, 82-61. Women's basketball, Bucknell over Robert Morris. Final score there, 80-73. Now, let's go to the NBA, check Philadelphia and Chicago, and look at that. I'll tell you what, the Sixers got behind in this game. Chicago scored early. There's Dr. J. They went up big. George Gervin, 14 points in the first quarter. Drops one in right there. Sometimes, folks, he can just blow the picture off the screen. He's so good. Bulls blow it open in the second. Quentin Daly off the glass with a move right here as the Sixers got down by double figures. Sixers could not stop them, thanks to Orlando Woolridge. Watch this one right here. Double pump jam. Sixers coming back. Barkley gets the pass and jams it home. He can do it. And then watch Barkley again underneath. Nice save right here. And then they'll work it back the other way. Mo Cheeks to Julius. And Doc sinks it, but the Sixers lose it tonight. Let's check the scoreboard. Chicago 106, Philadelphia 102, New Jersey 108, New York 85. On the NBA scoreboard, Washington 110, Milwaukee 108 in overtime. Houston beat Dallas 128-120. That's in the NBA. Pitt has its new football coach. His name is Mike Gottfried. He won 15 games in 3 years at Kansas. He's the guy Pitt figures is going to turn the program around. Okay. NHL. Philadelphia, Montreal, 6-3. Philadelphia won it. Quebec and Boston, 1-1 overtime tie. That's all in the hockey tonight. Yankees did some dealing today at the winter meetings. They gave up starting pitcher Joe Colley and catcher Ron Hasse. They go to the White Sox. The Yanks get Britt Burns, an injured pitcher, and a couple of minor leaguers. Fish and game forecast for tomorrow. 162 species of hummingbirds congregate in Ecuador during the winter.
Boy, big party down there. Okay, thanks, Joe. Coming up, a mechanic with that special touch. But first, you can check tonight's winning lottery number, the daily number 045, and the big 4, 5160. We'll be right back.
Oh, save, save, save. Gene King is Wrangler headquarters for northeastern Pennsylvania. The area's largest selection of Wrangler jeans and cords for women. Boys, Wrangler jeans start as low as $13.88. Men's Wrangler jeans as low as $16.88. At this festive time, I'm Elliot Katuna, the Gene King, the real true Santa.
The Gene King. Hope you have a warm holiday season.
Christmas is precious at Wes Friedman, the perfect setting for savings on fine diamond and gold jewelry, watches, and everything name brand. Save at Wes Friedman on the Drink Master by Hamilton Beach for good old-fashioned milkshakes and more, on sale just $17.99. Sunbeam's electronic safety iron automatically turns itself off if you forget, on sale $27.99. Toastmaster's compact microwave oven features full control at your touch, now only $159.99 at Wes Friedman. Have a precious Christmas at Wes Friedman. We wrote the book on savings.
Finally, what would you do if your world looked like this? Well, a student at Williamsport Area Community College doesn't see things much better than that, but he thinks he can fix engines. Newswatch 16's Dan Fiorucci introduces us to a handyman who sees with his hands.
It's tough work to repair small engines. There are all sorts of intricate parts that have to fit together just right.
You have to get your hands in small places, stuff like that.
But as hard as this work is, it's even tougher if you're blind.
Now turn it the other way and it'll come up the rest of the way.
17-year-old Greg Steinbacher can barely make out light and dark images. Yet, with the help of an aide, he is learning to build and repair small engines at Williamsport Area Community College.
It's pretty tough. Yeah, sometimes.
But Greg's instructor, Dennis Rice, says he's doing just fine.
And Greg said to me the other day, I'm going to make a good mechanic one of these days.
And that's what you like.
And I said, you will, with that thought in mind.
Greg requires a sighted aide to help him learn the feel of engine repair and to help him translate automotive manuals into Braille.
After he finishes here, if he goes on and takes another course somewhere else, you know, he should be able to manage by himself quite a bit.
His instructor says that when he graduates, Greg will be able to fix small engines with the best of the sighted people. And if you don't believe it, just listen. Dan Fiorucci, Newswatch 16, Lycoming County.
He's an inspiration. And that is Newswatch 16 update for tonight for the team, including Nolan, who has the night off. Thanks for joining us, and good night.